to the Scarastoriestube, where nightmares come true. Today's chapter is entitled, The Call of the Dark Forest. Listen if you dare. Daniel was a fearless hiker with an insatiable thirst for adventure. One day, he decided to venture into a deep, dark forest that rarely saw visitors. The trees were so dense that they barely allowed sunlight through, and the shadow of the forest enveloped him as he ventured further inside. As he progressed, Daniel began to notice something unusual. The trees were carved with ancient symbols that he couldn't comprehend. Intrigued, he approached to examine them closely. As he studied the symbols, something unsettling began to happen. The marks on the trees seemed to come to life, twisting and sliding like serpents in the shadows. Sinister whispers blended with the wind's murmur, like voices emerging from the darkness. Driven by curiosity, Daniel realized he was decoding the symbols involuntarily. He uttered the words written on the trees, unaware of the implications. A chill ran down his spine as he understood that the symbols were part of an ancient ritual, summoning a dark entity to the forest. The shadows stretched and elongated, as if the forest itself were coming to life. Roots and branches twisted, forming obstacles that seemed to try to trap him. The whispers turned into an unsettling murmur that filled the air. Suddenly, before Daniel could react, he was ambushed by mysterious beings hidden in the shadows. They were not part of the forest legend, but an isolated tribe that had kept its existence secret. For centuries, they captured him, immobilized him, and dragged him deeper into the forest. In the heart of the forest, in a hidden clearing, the tribe carried out a macabre ritual. Daniel, bound and terrified, became the involuntary protagonist of this dark event. The symbols carved on the trees were part of an ancient invocation rite, intended to bring forth an ancestral and malevolent entity into this world. As the ceremony progressed, the forest shadows closed in even tighter, and the whispers intensified. Daniel, powerless, was subjected to unimaginable terror as the tribe surrounded him, chanting ancient hymns. The entity summoned by the symbols materialized in the midst of the darkness, its eyes gleaming with malevolence. The ceremony culminated with Daniel becoming a sacrifice. The dark entity absorbed him into the shadows, and his presence joined the perpetual chorus of those who had defied the forest and lost. The tribe withdrew in silence, leaving the forest shrouded in a sinister stillness. The forest, once again, seemed calm, but the curse persisted. Daniel had become a dark and lost part of the forest, his story an eternal echo in the shadows.